Um, I was, I don't know, I was just relaxing, thinking about a few things, doing a few things in the house today, and came back from a trip to visit some people. Um, and on the way home, it just occurred to me, listening to the radio and thinking about, but when you're stuck in traffic, I don't know, you either, if you're a smoker, you have a cigarette, or I didn't have any on me at the time. I'm not a smoker, but I like the odd roll up. Anyway, this thought just occurred to me. Well, it might have passed me by. I might have dwelt on it some time ago. But over the past few weeks, all that we've been hearing about is Mendelssohn, Starmer, the relationship between Starmer and Mendelssohn, and how and the circumstances surrounding his appointment as the US ambassador. And today it just occurred to me, there's too much concentration on this one issue, this one personality. If Epstein got to Mendelssohn, well, he's not the only person of influence in this country, is he? He's not the only person who travels the world. He's not the only person who occupies a high position in government. He's not the only elite that travelled to America, that must have met Epstein. Epstein just didn't pick Mendelssohn and Prince Andrew to corrupt and to use. There are thousands of so designated elites, millionaires, multimillionaires, people in positions of influence in this country, as there are obviously also in Europe, but in this country, I don't know who they are, but it's improbable that Epstein didn't just pick Mendelssohn and Prince Andrew, and there are proxies walking about. If you just extend beyond those high-profile individuals who've been making the news, they had contacts with a wider circle of friends and connections. And Epstein must have also had thousands and thousands of influential individuals working for him in this country. And who are they? Where are they? Why are we not talking about this? Is this being investigated? There should be more people, more of those types of people as those pedophiles. This ring, this cult, this satanic club that we always refer to, this trafficking of children. We seem to always be talking about it in terms of an American context, but it's has been happening here in the UK as well. We get the occasional case where we arrest a few grooming gangs who've raped and assaulted and damaged our children. But nobody's talking about, not perhaps, but I'm sure, nobody's talking about those people who are still walking the halls of high authorities. Maybe parliamentarians, billionaires, tycoons, teachers. So it seems to like almost a deliberate effort on the part of the media to just concentrate and talk about Mandelson and Prince Andrew and what have you, and just not go through the Epstein list. There must be there thousands of British, English elites who've travelled to the island, who've been part of that corrupt club. It's being hidden, isn't it? The facts of the Epstein case spread wider, and than we're in this country are prepared to confront and believe. Somebody in America, I think it was Pam Bondi, I call her Bondi, it reminds me of Bondi Beach. Anyway, she quoted, I think, she said that if she went after everyone on the list, the whole system would collapse in America. Well, is it what we're thinking about over here as well, that if we went after the full list and divulged the people who have been involved, other than Mandelson and Prince Andrew, other than those two, is that why we're hiding all the facts? That our system, if we revealed all those names, all those people, all those paedophiles and sex traffickers, that our system would collapse. Well, let it collapse. It needs to collapse. We need to wipe, the hard drive clean and start again. It doesn't matter who falls. We have to reset that. We have to click on that reset button. It's just food for thought, isn't it? Well, I've thought about it, and I think we kind of sometimes we sit back and we pat ourselves on the back, and we take the sort of moral high ground. Oh, it's the Americans, But fuck, it happens in this country as well. We're not that bloody. We're not better than anybody else. We're no better. Our system is no better. Our system is as corrupt. There is a deep state in this country as well. It's as corrupt as the Americans. We sit there in judgment of other people when in our own backyards we've got a fucking bloody paedophiles and criminals walking free. Anyway, just give that some thought if you've got the energy to think about it. I've seen, I don't know whether I should say this, but I mean, having travelled to Africa and operated at a fairly high level of commerce, I've seen shit that you wouldn't believe. And for the sake of a contract, or, yeah, maybe I'm guilty too for having ignored all those things, but it exists. And business and the world and trade and commerce, and they're all implicated in that kind of, in those practices. You know, they talk about killing children and drinking blood and all that. I mean, if you look deeply into religion and what goes on inside all those corridors of power, you'll find it. Okay, see you.